What is going on, Internet? Eric Bandholz back with another amazing episode from Beardbrand Alliance. Hope all is going well on the other side of the internet. Today, we're going to talk about the real reason you can't be growing any facial hair. Alright, I know most of you guys who are watching this probably already have facial hair and it's looking absolutely beautiful. So maybe this video is something you can share with your friends out there who maybe are facially follically challenged. Got those follicles, they don't know what to do about it. But the reality is, that's not the problem. So I'll just get to it. The reason is, it's really what's up here, not what's going on here. Most people do not grow a beard that comes in absolutely full and dense within the first couple of weeks. Typically, you're gonna have like a little bit of gaps. As you can see, I've been growing my beard, probably about 2 weeks now. And you can see the density sparse kind of around here, a little bit thinner on my cheeks than my chin area. Down here it grows a little bit thicker. Let's see here, I can't really see in the mirror, but generally there's like a little bit of a patch here. Now I'm 41 years old, and when I was younger, let's say 23, I really didn't grow anything in here. A lot thinner on the cheeks, and it was through age that my beard got a little bit thicker and fuller as it grew in. So the reality is very few people grow a beard that is so full, thick, and luscious that it just looks amazing on day one. If that was the case, everyone would be winning beard competitions, but the reality is there is a hierarchy to the way beards grow in, and your problem isn't so much the way your beard grows in, the problem is who you compare yourself to. See, you're holding your beard to an unrealistic standard. Now, the reality is there are many attributes to your body. The size of your ears, your body height, how big your muscles are, like what color skin you got. And the reality is most of the attributes that you deal with, you've just kind of accepted they are who they are. Like me, I'm a mole guy. I got tons of moles. So I never lose any kind of sleep thinking about the moles. Yes, I get them checked out regularly at the dermatologist, but it's just kind of who I am. Now, because you can't really grow a beard out until you've hit puberty, this is kind of like a new thing for a lot of people. See, a lot of the issues, like me being moley, was just part of my life. I was always moley. I never even thought about the time that I wasn't moley. But when you go through this period where you didn't have a beard and now you have a beard, you kind of, during that learning phase, set yourself up for certain standards and expectations that aren't really who you are. So what happens for a lot of guys when they grow their first beard or they try to grow a beard is they don't see what they want to see and they give up really quickly. And that's about the worst thing you can do when growing your beard out. See, a beard takes time. Not all the beard hairs come in at the same time. Sometimes they grow slower, and sometimes you actually need a little bit of length to cover up the patches. The other mistake is people are actually trimming off the beard that adds the most density to their beard. You can actually see it with my beard really clearly as I grow. There's just a lot of hair growing in underneath my beard, and most guys, when they're new to growing a beard, will take it all the way up here. Now, this is a lot of density, and if you're going to grow a beard of any kind of length, you actually want that density to come from here. In fact, some guys have really low cheeks or really sparse cheeks, but because it grows in so thick underneath their chin, they actually have really nice full looking beards. Now that brings me up to the best strategy in growing a beard is growing a beard that highlights your own beard's genetics. For instance, I can grow a really full and thick mustache. So that's why I primarily focus on my mustache. I tend to grow my mustache a little bit longer than my beard, or I just rock a mustache by itself. So the other thing is my cheeks, they're a little bit thinner, and they also tend to hit terminal length, which is the longest they'll grow, relatively short compared to the bottom of my beard. So if you go back and watch one of my videos when I grew my beard out or when I shaved off my beard, you can see how wispy it can get on the sides. And for some people, you just rock what you want to rock. I like to rock a beard that makes me feel more confident. So I found that if I rock a beard, I tend to keep it about 3 months or shorter. And then that way my beard blends nicely together. It highlights its waves and kind of cool texture that it has without getting to that point where it's not looking in disarray. So the reality is you have to give your beard that time because you really don't know what the strongest features are. 1 month, you're typically going to get a pretty good feel. If you're really bold and brave, I do recommend trying to grow it out for about 3 months because 3 months is really going to be that sweet spot when you're really definitely sure what kind of beard potential you have. And once you get to that point, then start thinking about how you're going to trim it up, how you're going to highlight certain areas. Maybe you do take the cheeks pretty short. Maybe you do leave them longer and you trim your mustache a little bit. There's a lot of different ways to kind of play with your style. Now, if you're unsure of how to grow your beard out, then hit us up. We actually have a style consultant who will tell you what your best genetics are and best beard that you can grow and give you personal advice from a real person on how you should rock your style. To do that, just text the number here. Our very own Sylvester will be the person who helps you out. He's the guy who also films our videos over in the barbershop. Another major area of challenge for new beard growers is the feedback that they're getting from others. Whenever you do something new or try something different, you're going to immediately get feedback from others about that change. If you're sensitive and insecure about this journey, those comments or feedbacks may be something that leads you to shaving. Now, it's easy to say, hey man, just be confident and go with it. But the reality is not everybody handles it that way. I found using excuses like growing it for charity as a great deflector whenever you face those uncomfortable conversations. If that strategy is not an option, my other thing that I like to do is assume positive intent. If somebody comments on your beard, it's not coming from a place of negativity or destruction. It's coming from a place of positivity. And even if that information is not conveyed in a positive manner, it's done through love, through wanting to help you improve to be the best person you are. So if that criticism is negative, still take the recognition that they want to help you and improve you. A great way to address people who are being critical to you as well is to be vulnerable and say, hey, look, I think you're right. I don't think this is growing in well, but it's something that's really important for me to try. And I wonder if you can support me and help me through these first 3 months. And then after 3 months, we'll evaluate it and we'll see if it's something I keep or let go. But it's only 3 months. So please help support me and help me not make the mistake of shaving. Now, if you find yourself around people who continue to berate you and badger you and make fun of you and judge you negatively, then as much as this is painful to hear, you shouldn't be around those type of people. You only have one time on this planet, only have one life, one shot at living, and it's important that your time is spent around people who love you and care for you and help lift you up rather than pulling you back down. All right, guys, I know you can do it. You just got to fix what's going on here. Once you do that, your beard's going to look amazing. And trust me, we've got plenty of other videos that can help you find your style. And if the videos don't do anything, don't forget to hit up Sylvester. As always, thanks for watching. Cheers. Keep on growing.
Speaking of fragrances.
What about it?
Speaking of fragrances. I haven't gotten to smell them myself, but just from the people I do know have had a chance, they said it's their favorite so far.
Dude, it's great. It's great. That was the one that I was like, dude, that's exactly what I was looking for. They nailed it. So
I can't wait to try it out, man.